All right, all right, all right. Here we are, here we are. I do not know much about this race because I have not seen it that I remember. I see we had the pole. Look at that. Look at that. We got the pole. But anyway, I am about to take you to Myrtle Beach and we'll watch this thing together. I have been offline now, if you've noticed, for 2 days in a row. I have been doing actually some writing. Writing. Can you believe it? Yes, I've been doing some writing. I will show you that later, but let's just start this quiet morning off with a little bit of motorsports action and a little bit of horsepower because we love horsepower in the valley. Let's get rocking.
Welcome back to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Myrtle Beach Speedway tonight on TNN Motorsports for the Nascar Busch Series. There you see Tim Fedewa's Kleenex Chevrolet. Your AutoZone race analysis tonight, more than $350,000 on the line for these 35 drivers. Our distance, a little more than 134 miles, 250 laps around here. Elliott Sadler set the race record a year ago at more than 81 miles an hour. This will be the 11th time the NASCAR Busch Series has run here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Larry Pearson, challenging racetrack. We'll talk more about that in a moment. First, though, let's take a look at our starting lineup tonight. Fedewa, your pole sitter. Curtis Markham subbing tonight for Dick Trickle in the 64 car on the outside of row 1. Second row, Earnhardt Jr. in the 3. Randy Porter back in the series tonight in the Universe 4 in the 48. Third row, defending Busch Series champion Randy LaJoie in the Fina Chevrolet, and Elliott Sadler at last year's winner here in the Phillips 66 machine. Fourth row, Mark Green in the Timberwolf 37, and Lyndon Amick back in the series in the Scana Pontiac. Fifth row, Joe Bessie from Maine, the Power Team Chevrolet, and Buckshot Jones in the 00, the Pontiac. Sixth row, the 52 car. That's Kevin Grubb, the Grubb Motorsports Chevrolet, and Jason Keller was quick at practice here in his own KEL car, the 57. Seventh row, Jim Bown in car number 78, the Mark III Motorsports machine, and Mike McLaughlin in car number 34 from Waterloo, New York, in the Gould's Pumps car. Jeff Purvis in row number 8 in the 4. David Green back in the series in the Stanley Pontiac, the 36. Ninth row, Matt Kenseth, who's won twice this year in the Lycos Chevrolet, and Shane Hall in the Big A Auto Parts car, the 85. 10th row, Elton Sawyer, the Barbasol Ford, and Mario Gosselin making his first start from the Hooters Pro Cup Series. He's from Florida in the 71. Row 11, the 63, Tracy Leslie in the Lysol Pontiac, and Kerry Earnhardt makes his first Busch Series start tonight in the Channellock Chevrolet. Ed Barrier, who won at Hickory on TNN earlier this year in row 12, the 77 car, and young Casey Atwood, a story we'll tell you more about tonight. He's joined the Bruco Motorsports team this year, and he's driving car number 27. 13th row, Tony Stewart, who had a problem in qualifying in the Shell Pontiac, and Glenn Allen Jr. in the Luxair 99.
Dad's working with the 33.
The 47. Bill Parsons in the Duraloop number 10. And we move further back in the 35 car starting lineup. Hermie Sadler in car number 29 tonight, and Mike Dillon in the 72. Row 16, subbing for Robert Presley, Scott Legacy, the road racer, in car number 59. That's the Kingsford Charcoal machine. And the 89 car, and a driver making his first start tonight, that is Brian Smith. Final couple of rows, the 56, Jeff Crow, Jason Jarrett in the 32 car will round out our field tonight. They have 7 drivers taking provisionals here this evening. Mike Cope, the last of those in the Slim Jim Chevrolet. Larry Pearson, 35 cars. A lot of guys need a win here tonight. What do you look for in the first 50 laps or so here this evening?
Well, I look for Earnhardt Jr. probably to go out and try to dominate like he did last week. But it's going to be hard tonight. He's got to show a little more patience, and unless they've got the car working like they did last week, and then he can probably lap the field. But he's going to be hard to beat. This was his home track. He ran here weekly last year, and he's going to be hard to beat. But I think that patience will pay off. This track is getting old again, even though they just repaved it, and it's going to heat some tires up.
Got an interesting group of drivers in the top 10 tonight, and some big names will start further back from the top 10. So we ought to have some dandy competition tonight. We're glad you're with us live on TNN Motorsports at Myrtle Beach. Ready to go. 250 laps tonight at Myrtle Beach Speedway. We are so glad you're with us live on TNN Motorsports. Larry Pearson, a slow pace. The safety car is in. Fedewa will bring him very slowly out of turn 4 and come up through the gearbox, and we'll see what this first group of laps looks like. Ready to go racing at Myrtle Beach, and we are underway.
He spun the tires. I seen it. See that little ass wiggle when he got on the gas, man, and Yeah, he had to hang on for a second. Cold tires.
And Tim Fedewa did not get a good start at all. Curtis Markham gets the jump in the 64. We're on board with Gary Earnhardt. He's outside Ed Barrier racing through 1 and 2. You've got Markham, your leader. Randy Porter up to second. Fedewa hunting third, gets inside Dale Earnhardt Jr. and grabs the spot away, and Randy LaJoie is in there as well. And there's a guy who needs a victory.
Yes, Randy definitely is a victory, and he's running very well here. I talked to him a little bit this afternoon, and he feels like he's got a good shot to win this race.
Mark Green gets the 37 car in there too for 6th. Randy Porter giving chase to the leader. Here's LaJoie in 4th. His teammate Fedewa, the pole sitter, is 3rd as they come out of turn 4 to complete the 3rd lap. Dale Earnhardt Jr., who started 3rd, he's been shuffled back a couple of spots now behind LaJoie and Fedewa.
Got a teeny push in the center of the turn, if you can't notice that. The nose wants to point to the wall, just on the apex.
It's good to see Curtis running very strong. He's a driver that deserves a good break, and he's got a good car tonight, it looks like.
See, Randy's just wrapping the bottom, but Tim's not quite.
Green in 6th, 7th is Elliott Sadler, who won here a year ago. And then at 8th, you've got Lyndon Amick, who is from this area. He's got South Carolina backing on that skate of Pontiac. And he qualified 8th here tonight, so you've got some good race cars up there in that front group.
Lyndon is another guy that deserves a break. I mean, he's ran well this year in a few races, and you know, he's had some bad luck in the other races, but Lyndon, he's a very good race driver.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. qualified 3rd, as Randy Pemberton told us at the top of the broadcast, dominating many categories of the Busch Series standings of this his rookie year. 3 victories, the only driver to score 3 wins, and a dominating run last Sunday afternoon on the Milwaukee Mile.
The Earnhardt Jr.'s very first Busch race was at Myrtle Beach, but I believe it was in 90. Oh, Jesus, what an... Whoa. He must have been losing it, and at least Tim hit him square. Boy. But yeah, this was Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s first race, not this race, but at this speedway. I think in 97 it was his first year. This is his second, I believe.
Once again, this is coming out of turn 4. Fedewa right behind Porter.
Yeah, Porter, he didn't get on the gas as quick as Fedewa did, and Tim just ran up on him too quick, and it was not intentional.
So Randy Porter settles down. He's back underway, and everything is fine back there. A little further back in the pack.
I think those are those moments when y'all race and I race, and then someone lets up in front of you and you do, oh shit, cat on the linoleum. You know, oopsie. Just try to hit the guy in front of you square, and you might all work out.
He's been very fast at times, so it'll be interesting to see if Jim Bound can make things happen in the 78 car.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour.
This is a NASCAR broadcast from NASCAR channel, so it will be full of ads. I will try to skip them. I'm working on getting that straightened out too with the budget, now that we're settled.
He'll have a good finish tonight.
Bound is 15th. Purvis is 16th. Kenseth is 17th. Talked to Matt Kenseth before the start of the race, and he thinks they're going to have a great run tonight. He thinks his car is very much ready to get up and contend as we move along here this evening. This race will be run a little differently from what you might be used to seeing. First time they're going to do this here in Myrtle Beach Speedway. There's going to be a yellow flag at lap 80, another one at lap 160 for 5 laps. Similar to the competition caution of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, except the cars won't stop. They'll get 5 laps of caution to come in, make all the changes they need to, and come back and go racing, and everyone will pick up their positions.
That's true. That's because they don't want anybody getting hurt on pit road. There were 35 cars, and I don't think they have enough pit stalls here to accommodate all the cars. So they're going to throw a caution, and everyone can come in at a very slow pace and just take their time because they don't want anybody getting run over on pit road.
Correct. In the air of safety, we had a competition caution at Myrtle Beach. Competition cautions, just for the fun of it, are not safety.
Takes a look to the inside as they hit turn 3. Can't make a move.
Right now the cars will stay on the bottom of the racetrack because their tires are pretty fresh still. But as the race goes on, you'll see them start washing up the racetrack, and they'll get a lot higher and higher and higher as the tires wear down just a little bit.
Elliott Sadler trying to make a move inside. Mark Green to take over 6th spot. Can't do it. Lyndon Amick hanging right in there at the 35. His first start in a long
Just to
time.
bunch up the
Vince's
field
for the
is
lead.
not
Center,
smart.
Tim Vito down low. Takes the Kleenex car
But,
inside.
yeah,
Curtis Markham
see,
with the
his
64.
tires need to come in. Dad's real big about setting a car up to come in and be faster. So the first few laps, it's not going to come in. It's going to be faster at the end of the run, the way he does his setups.
Randy LaJoie, his teammate, the two-time Busch Series champion, hunting 2nd spot in the Fina Chevrolet. He goes inside Markham. Give LaJoie 2nd spot.
He's a Charger. LaJoie is. I mean, like I said, he thinks he can win this race tonight.
Started 5th, did Randy LaJoie. Amazingly, he is not with a win yet. In 1998, he's 4th in Busch Series points, but he's more than 300 markers out of the lead. The pride of South Norwalk, Connecticut, up to 2nd spot here in the early going.
Yep, there's still a lot of races to go. Randy can win. He can put together a streak there and win 4 or 5 in a row. You know, they've got a great race team, and they just had some bad luck this year.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. riding in 4th behind Markham. Your leader is Fino, and LaJoie is 2nd. About half a second behind his teammate. Randy is a cagey guy. He's not an old veteran, but he's certainly a veteran. You got to think he's going to be happy to ride for a while.
I think he will be. You know, like I said, patience is the key to winning here, especially with the track the way it is. And
Happy Friday. I'll try to dig up my Twitter and show you what's up for the weekend after the race.
As we mentioned, this race will be run basically almost like a hockey game. 3 periods.
Tonight I'll be watching Stafford.
And then a 90-lap segment to close it out tonight. And as Matt Kenseth told me before the start of the race, you've got to win this one on the racetrack. You won't be able
That's
to
a
win
little
it on the pit
skippy
road.
coming in when it's on a widescreen. I think that's in the video, not necessarily here.
Obviously not a problem at all with his chassis setup, but as we get further on into this run, some 60 laps, if the car happens to go away, they can talk to him, that is the crew, but he cannot reply, so they're going to have to make some chassis adjustments based on hand signals, or at least wait till they come down pit road. But right now he is hooked up and on a string, so no problems other than the radio.
Okay, that explains why the guy was in the window of Tim's car just before they pulled off the line. They might have had an issue. They can fix it on the caution if it needed. The worst part is, like, if you can't hear the spotter. But it doesn't hurt you when you're that far ahead anyway.
Jason's got a very good race car.
Until you hit traffic.
He's out there, he's running unsponsored.
Running like this, you're going to hit traffic. How long is this race for 229 laps? Can't be that long.
He's had some good runs this year for an unsponsored car.
Hour and a half, short race.
Hopefully he'll pick up a sponsor pretty soon.
Mark Green gets shuffled to the outside. Give Keller another spot as he advances up through the
I wish I got to go there. It's all tore up now. The Myrtle Beach land was worth so damn much money, right? Like every other racetrack that they blew away. Throw in a strip mall. Actually, you know what? I think they made a development for houses. I saw some sort of a report where they were naming the different streets racing names, which is anticlimactic.
We're back with more at the beach in a moment. Be sure to experience country.com, your personal source for all things country, from race cars to country stars. Connect up with
Country.com.
TNN's official webpage, country.com.
I'm in the country now.
Tuesday for you on the TNN Motorsports.
Y'all, I moved to this tiny little town. It's been my home since 2013. This area has been my home since 1995, of course, the Race City area. But I moved a little further to the mountains about 2000. And I was on the other mountain behind me. And then in 2013, I went to the other mountain on the other side of me. And then in this particular space right now, where I am located, I was here from 2018 to 20, and now I'm back. But this is what I consider my home. Born and raised in Massachusetts in the New England Modifieds. And moved south, of course, because Dad did. And Dad's now retired in Daytona area, and I was down there for the last 5 years. But cost of living, guys, I had to make a really hard decision to leave my family. It was a really hard decision to leave my family down there. But I had to do what I have to do to preserve my family, myself, my son, my granddaughter. My granddaughter's coming this weekend. I had to get things aligned in Tonja's life. And I was sinking in Florida. It was way too expensive for my budget. Way too expensive. So
they're in a pack there, and they want to get away from it.
I am glad it's the first week I've actually felt relaxed in a very long time. There's the night race Detroit gasket. My son got to work on some of the Dillon cars when he was a teenager. Dad was there in 95, 96. And he sometimes in his iRacing will run that 72 black and 72 red. Fun fact, my son got to hold Austin Dillon when he was a baby. When Austin was a baby. See, my son's in his 40s, you know. But when he was a teenager, Austin was born. So when they're working on stuff in the garage and in the race shop, my son would hold the kid.
Tonight, and remember, at 80 laps, NASCAR will throw a caution. There will be 5 laps of caution. Scoring will hold, and everybody will be able to come out of pit road. NASCAR officials think that'll give these drivers about 5 minutes to get 4 tires, gas up the car, maybe make some adjustments. Larry Pearson, you were saying that they might even be able to make a shock change in that length of time?
I think so. I mean, they give them 5 laps, and you can basically do what you can, you know, in those 5 laps.
Look at how nice that turns.
You came in, so you're not losing any positions. So, you know, if you
that's a really good car right there.
If you can do it quickly, then why not?
Tim Fedewa in the 33 is the race leader. The pole sitter dropped back at the drop of the green. Curtis Markham led the first couple of laps in the Schneider Trucking 64. And then Fedewa got things sorted out, went back to the point, and he has held that spot ever since. So Tim Fedewa is out in front of the 33 car. His teammate Randy LaJoy hanging right in there in second spot. We'll be back at Myrtle Beach. Hey, Christmas in July coming up. We've got a huge month of motorsports here on TNN. July.
That's a really, really cool car, though. I mean, looking at the paint job, it's not so bright at night because of that dark blue, but I really like the lettering, the logo. It's very bright and spot. Like, you can pick that up when you're a spotter. I was scoring, and I had to do the same. You had to keep your eye on that car on the backstretch. And every minute you'd have a click, there's a lap. And then all around again. Click. Oh, shit. That's not good.
Peter was out there setting such a tremendous pace. He's lapping cars left and right, and he's catching them more quicker than what they thought they were going to catch him. And they're getting a little itchy now. It's about time for something to explode.
Fedewa away clean from that one. Moves by the 52 machine. Puts that car another lap down.
If anything, that towed out the right front. Dad usually ran a straight up right front, and with a lot of, he used to run it straight on the toe, but a lot of camber on the right front. My dad, if he's got this pet peeve, if he sees a left front cambered, he loses his grip. Hey, Wouter, what are you doing? You're supposed to be streaming. I was lurking you earlier. I had to stream. I haven't streamed in 2 days, and I was writing. I seriously shut off all social media for one whole day and got 2 chapters written. And I've got 4 more in draft. Dad's got his reunion in Massachusetts. I don't know if that can work out. My dad's health is not great for traveling. I mean, he's great when he's working, he's great when he's home, he's great when he's in his routine, but I'm scared to death that taking him out of his routine would set his health back. And that's like something I've been wrestling with my mind. So I don't know if I got to make an appearance up there and maybe videotape him there. Maybe I can do something like that. I don't know what to do, but it's coming up in 2 weeks, and I don't believe he can make the trip. And we had said he would be there. I don't know. I tried to talk to my parents about maybe driving halfway up here to North Carolina where I'm at. And it did not set well with Mama, so we'll just have to go by ear. And in a worst case scenario, I will go up myself and video connect with him through Messenger so he can be there. I mean, I don't know of any other way to maybe handle that, but that looks like it might be what I have to do.
As we watch NASCAR timing and scoring presented by MCI tonight on TNN Motorsports. Markham back on the gas in front of Parsons. He's got Lyndon Amick in front of him. Now Amick has gained a spot. Markham in danger of slipping out of the top 10 here.
I have a Chromebook, which is a pretty cool tablet. It's back there. It's what you see, that light. I wish it would show up a little better. It's got some really cool photos, but that I might could take with me and stream from that. Maybe. Somehow. I don't know. But at least I'll have my phone. I'll be able to have Dad be there. I hope. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. Might have to do it all as video and upload it later. Might have to do that.
Yeah, you can see the fire, the flame shooting out the exhaust pipes is coming out, and you can see the car missing.
One cool thing, though, I do know about. One of the cars Dad won the, well, let's see. That Laughlin chassis, Dad won, I think it won Talladega, and Dad finished 7th or 8th in points in 82 the following year as crew chief on the car. And that car is being rebuilt in a garage somewhere near where I'm at now in North Carolina called GSM Fabrication. And I might try to reach out to them and see if I can visit them and maybe have Dad live on my phone and see what I'm doing there. I just want him to not lose his touch with his history, you know, and being so far away. I'm a middle point, so somehow I can do both. A superwoman.
Running along in 19th position right now, back on board with Kerry Earnhardt in the Channel Lock Chevrolet, his first Busch Series start.
Shout out Randy LaJoy as well, and his awesome crew chief, Steve Bird. We've known Steve Bird since I was, probably since, I want to say 70 was the first time I saw him at a garage. He was like maybe 13, 14. And Dad's worked with him and beside him and competed with him and against him. Like right now they're competing against each other, but they're team cars. And shout out to Birdie, we lost him this month. But he was a hell of a crew chief. God, 4 championships. Dad got 1 championship and finished 5th in another and 6th in another. But I'll tell you what, you know, the competitiveness, and for Birdie to have done that was just astronomical. And he's in a couple of Hall of Fames, and he really needs to be in more. Because that's unprecedented for a behind-the-scenes guy to have that many good championships. Rob Moroso, Johnny Benson, and 2 with Randy. And that's an accomplishment, especially back when the 90s, this is 98, 97, 96, 95, so competitive. It was so competitive, but it was so fun. We weren't like it is now where you're looking at your enemy or whatever. I don't know.
Believe it or not, I mean, it feels like you're going faster, but actually you're just getting slower and slower and slower.
We all helped each other. I don't know if they do that now or not. Ooh, Tony, what? Oh, he's whacked. Somebody hit him for him to have hit. Oh, Jesus. Totally broke the spindles.
Small Soldiers, the new movie that's coming out, the paint scheme on that.
Slap off. That's got to be a caution. There's the pace car.
Tours tonight at Myrtle Beach Speedway. We'll be right back.
I wonder if this counts as a comp caution. They were having comp cautions for safety in the pit area. Excellent idea. Cautions for the hell of it, like right now, just to make people, like, wreck. NASCAR sucks that way. Because these teams put in everything. NASCAR ain't hurting. I've been to Daytona. I know what the hell the France family got. It's a lot different than driving around these race shops in North Carolina with little buildings and shit, okay? You get the Taj Mahal freaking Hall down in Daytona.
Well, no, right there, it looks like he got into some fluid or something.
But that's the way of the world.
I don't think he blew a motor.
We just grease. Oh, he broke something.
I still think he might have cut a tire there. We can't get it right there. That might have been the car behind him putting on the brakes or something, laying some smoke out or something like that. But when I looked up, he was just headed straight for the wall.
Those sparks show the tail. Something bigger than a tire was broke.
Ready to pit. I will tell you that was an alternator problem for Curtis Markham. Now this is very unusual here today that the Busch Series is here. They're doing everything in one day. That means they come here, they practice, they qualify the cars, and they race them. The unique thing about that is after they qualify, they're not allowed to touch the race cars at all. They're allowed to do maybe just 4 or 5 things, beginning with they're allowed to remove some tape from the grill, also adjust the air pressure, add fuel, adjust wedge in the track bar. Only the track bar can they do if they can go in through the back windshield. They're not allowed to adjust the track bar if they have to go in on their car through the right side tire. They can also add a cool ice box for the drivers. Not many of them using them here this evening. The one thing that I find funny about that, not being able to change much on the race car, talking to some of these drivers early on, Larry, the bottom line was they didn't think there was any way you could actually qualify up front or win the pole, not be able to touch your race car and still win this race. One of those drivers that told me that was Tim Fedewa. So what do you think about that, Larry?
Oh my.
I don't think he's wrong. I mean, he's running a great race.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you have a quali setup and you got a race setup. Quali is fast in the beginning, race setup's fast at the end of the run. So it makes sense, but it's all timing. It really is timing and luck. Like, I mean, luck plays a part, but that's the part you can't control. The part you can control is practicing, knowing which lap in your practice times were faster. Try to plan that's where you're at when the race ends.
Right behind him as they move by the 63 car of Tracy Leslie. Field away down into turn 1. Everybody by cleanly. That was our first caution flag of the night for the Tony Stewart trip into the wall. Third spot belongs to Jason Keller. He's not in your picture at the moment. There he is, just at the top of your frame. 2 Base Motorsports teammates, very stout here in the early going.
Very strong. And I think Jason can run with him if he just got a couple of lap cars in there between him. It'll be interesting if he can get past those 2 lap cars.
It had been a couple of days that I had not streamed, so it was like I was actually writing. I was doing a lot of writing. I was cleaning a lot here in my RV. I have my granddaughter visiting this weekend. I can't wait. Oh my God. Like, I just get chills because, like, there's just so much I've not been able to do from Florida, and now I just feel like I can be a good mom and grandmom again. and just everything. I mean, it is so hard to be away from family, but North Carolina is my home. This is my home. And it's so good to be home.
Able to stay right there with Fedewa, who was the fast qualifier tonight.
I have to say, you know, when I grew up in Massachusetts, I was there until I was 32 years old. But ever since I went to Martinsville at the age of 12, 13 years old, all I wanted to do was live in the South. So
come into play somewhere. And tonight, it just won't happen.
it's just something that touches my heart.
You know, if you got a real fast pit crew, they can pick you up a few spots. But that won't come into play tonight. It's a mandatory deal where you come in. But again,
Short track grassroots racing. There's like 5 tracks within an hour of me. I'm 3/4 of an hour from Martinsville. I'm 3/4 of an hour from Hickory. I'm an hour from Tri-County, which is running soon. I won't be able to do that because I just got here. I'm still trying to get back on my feet. But, yeah, I mean, it's like Charlotte's an hour south. Martinsville's 2 hours north. Bristol's 3 hours that way. Richmond's 5 hours. Darlington's 2 hours. An hour and a half. I mean, guys, I'm in my glory, man. I'm in my glory.
We've run 80 laps, and the field will come in behind the safety car. 5 laps of caution.
5 laps of caution. They're going to work on the cars.
Full load of fuel and maybe some adjustments.
Exactly. If you're 10 feet away, you don't want to see this. He was comfortably in the lead. Well, I won't say comfortably, but he was the car to beat by far. And this will give the other guys, you know, 4th, 5th, 3rd, to make some small adjustments.
Dad set up the car for the car. Not, well,
you're not there.
Stinking NASCAR loves their ads.
Right on time.
They're not rich enough, right? Oops.
Mike Cope stays out on the racetrack to lead a lap and get the points. Downstairs, Randy Pemberton.
Well, Tim Fedewa and Randy LaJoie both hitting pit road, the 2 leaders. One thing, the problem that the 33 car had earlier, remember we told you that he could not reply to them on the radio. They are going to make a wedge adjustment, of course, change 4 tires, fill it up with fuel. But I saw him go by the last couple of laps. He had his hand out the window, signifying that his car was indeed loose. So they're working on it from that respect. The 74 car.
Dad just handed him water. He's talking to him.
They are going to go ahead and remove a rubber from the right front. Randy LaJoie said his car is extremely tight in the middle. Let's go to Mike Hogwood.
My dad's doing something. He stuck his head in there and said he's going to listen to Tim talk without a radio.
They're making a major chassis adjustment there. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in car 3 says he is a lot looser than he was in practice today, so they're going to try to tighten him up. To Randy.
I don't know why that jackman let the jack down so fast. My dad was like, what the hell? Because they're not rushing. They're going out in the same position they come in.
Adjusted the track bar down a half a round. Filled it up with fuel. Mike.
Talking to Robbie Reiser, crew chief for Mac.
They might take a little longer because they're fixing that radio.
We are a little loose too, so we're just going to make a few minor adjustments to tighten her up, and we should be ready to go for the next segment of this race. Rick?
Matt Kenseth back up on the speedway. He will restart from 9th position tonight in the Lycos Chevrolet, the Robbie Reiser machine. Randy LaJoie will restart 2nd when we get ready to go here in a couple of moments. 5 laps of caution. Lyndon Amick back up on the speedway. No positions will change during this period. Back with more at Myrtle Beach. Hey, we told you it was a big month of racing here on TNN Motorsports. In 2 weeks, the Busch Grand National Series moves to Virginia to South Boston Speedway. The Lycos.com 300 presented by Valleydale Foods. Live coverage Saturday night, the 25th of July, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on TNN Motorsports, right before our coverage of the Indy Racing League at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Quite a point battle in the NASCAR Busch Series with 17 races down. This is race 18. Here are your top 3. Matt Kenseth is the point leader by 20 points over Mike McLaughlin. Dale Earnhardt Jr. only 2 more points behind with 23-32. Earnhardt is the leading winner with 3. In top 5s, though, Matt Kenseth has 9 on the season. That's usually a key to championships. And Larry Pearson, you're a 2-time series champion. You know what it takes to win this thing. As we get ready to go green, we'll take a look here in a moment and talk more about the point chase a little later on. Your leader is Tim Fedewa, the pole sitter tonight. Look at LaJoie to the outside. Maybe some team orders there. Who knows? Randy LaJoie grabs the point as we start lap 81.
I don't know. Remember the start of the race, Fedewa got a bad start also. So maybe he has a...
It's the gearing, I think. It's a real edgy spin the tires type situation on a restart.
The 63 of Tracy Leslie there. LaJoie has grabbed the point. Now LaJoie is 4th in points. He's the 2-time defending series champion. Winless so far. He is 4th in points in 1998. Let's show you the restart one more time as they came off 4. Looked like Feedaway did miss a gear or just moved over.
Yeah, he's got a problem with restarts.
Back underway as LaJoie, your leader. Feedaway is second. The 63 of Leslie is not on the lead lap.
But if you remember, I think you get points for leading the race also now.
Yes, you do.
So could have been some favoritism there. But I think Tim can come back up there. He just needs to be a little bit patient with the lap traffic so he gets into into Tracy there. Just
oops. Oopsie.
Very good race.
Come on, Markham.
That lets LaJoie scoot away and add to his lead as they work through 1 and 2. Keller there, the 57 is 3rd. You've got Elliott Sadler, who won this race a year ago, riding 4th. Keller to the inside of Tracy Leslie, who is a lapped car.
Oh, my bad. It was Tracy Leslie, lap car. Yeah, that's why he kind of gave him a rubbing.
Trying to get up there and perhaps have a chance at getting his lap back. Casey Atwood in the 27. His first start for Clarence Brewer's team. He's running 20th a lap down.
Casey's a very talented race driver. It's good to see him get back.
We page back. Look at this battle. David Green in the 36 car. He is 6th. Lyndon Amick is 7th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 8th. Mike McLaughlin is up there in 9th spot. The 30 of Mike Cope. Not in that battle. He is 22nd. He is a couple of laps down.
I think McLaughlin has gotten around Matt Kimball to move up a spot there. He's starting to come up a little bit. Once they get strung out, and get in line, no danger of lap cars or anything like that. I think McLaughlin will start moving up a little bit. He's very patient, good race driver.
Kenseth in the 17. You can just see him there in the back of the frame. That's the black Lycos machine. He is 10th. 2 wins on the season. His maiden victory back in February. We were at North Carolina Motor Speedway in Rockingham for his first win when he gave Tony Stewart the bump and run with 1 to go. Grabbed the victory. It's going to pit road. Mike Hogwood.
Well, Tony Stewart doesn't have too much of a race car left, especially on the right side. Talked with T-Motor Joe Gibbs a moment ago, and he said that Tony was feeling a little bit of push, and that the right front tire just heated up and blew, and it sent him straight into the wall. The damage is far too great to get back in the race. The 44 is out for the night.
A lot of fans wanted to see the Young Indy Racing League champion in action here tonight in the Shell Pontiac, and unfortunately his night a short one. He's a nice young man, good guy, good race driver, really one of the bright young stars of the sport. As we take a look at our Napa Field standings update at the top of your screen, carrying you through our scoring loop tonight. David Green in the 36, the Stanley Pontiac. He is 6th. He's come from 16th tonight. His charge to the front, though, seems to have slowed down a little bit. What do you think, Larry? Has he got more in that race car?
Well, I think he does. I think, we're not even halfway yet. And I think David's the type of driver that will take his time and take advantage of things as they come to him. And very good race driver. I mean, he's patient. That's the kind of guys I like. I tried to pattern myself after my dad of being patient, and sometimes it hurt me, sometimes it helped me. But I think David's that way. And, I think that's a lap car in front of him there. And he's just taking his time, waiting for the opportunity to make a clean pass.
We put 91 laps on the board. Randy LaJoie is your race leader in the 74. Tim Feedaway, his teammate, right behind. A moment ago, we saw Lyndon Amick and Dale Earnhardt Jr. battling for 7th. We're live at Myrtle Beach Speedway on TNN. Welcome back to Myrtle Beach Speedway in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Rick Benjamin and Larry Pearson topside tonight on TNN Motorsports. Randy Pemberton and Mike Hogwood are on pit road for us. Coming up on 100 laps complete in a moment. There's your race leader, the Fina Chevrolet, 2-time defending Busch Series champ Randy LaJoie. Came from the 5-hole tonight at the drop of the green, and he is your leader. Grabbed it on the restart to begin lap 81, and he is riding nicely in front of his teammate Tim Feedaway in 2nd spot. Working around the 89, the Juba Glass machine. First-time starter in the show tonight in that car. That's Brian Smith, who's a local driver. There's Feedaway in the 33, and look at Jason Keller coming right up there to challenge for 2nd spot.
Jason's hanging right in there. He's doing very well. I thought Feedaway, the way he ran the first half of the race, the first part of the race, I thought he would come back up on Randy and take the lead back. But obviously Randy's stronger than I thought, and Jason's stronger than I thought. He's hanging with Feedaway, but Randy continues to pull away a little bit.
We heard from our pit road crew how they have lost radio communication with Fito. That's got to make it hard to adjust the car on that 5-lap pit stop.
Well, what I used to do, I guess going back to the old days or whatever, if your car is tight, you would, bang on the roof a little bit. If it was loose, you would tap the door, and that would let the crew know, what your car was doing. And I think that's what Tim did as he was coming down pit road before, was beat on the roof or the door, whichever one they settled before the race. What meant what.
Then, of course, you have to remember those signals once you're out there in the heat of battle.
Well, I couldn't do that. I had put a message on my dashboard to remind me which was which, or I'd get confused.
As we watch the top 3 cars work through turns 3 and 4 here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. running 8th in car number 3. One car way loose up to the top of the racetrack there at 4 as we watch Junior down the main straightaway.
That was the 71 car, I think, when Mario Gosselin got up a little high.
Gosselin, a young driver, definitely on the rise. He's run here in the Hooters Cup Series, very strong in that series, making his first foray into the Busch Grand National Wars tonight. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Mike McLaughlin, Matt Kenseth, 8th, 9th, and 10th right now here at Myrtle Beach. We've crossed the 100-lap mark. Next caution will come at lap 160, next scheduled caution anyway, when these drivers will complete the second period, if you will, and get another chance to gas up, take 4 tires, make some adjustments, and run the final 90 laps to the flag. So that'll be an interesting final segment, I think, to the race tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first stop here, I think the guys probably made a small adjustment to see exactly how much that would help them or hurt them. And then when they come up to the 160 lap mark where they got the final adjustment, they're going to have to be right.
I was just sitting there thinking, I'm working on another app to try to do the writing. What's cool about the app, it's more for news, but it's such a cool app for editing. And I just realized how I might can.
The nice thing about
I was figuring out how I might can be able to use a template and have it do something different. It's an app that I can write and you can press play and it'll read everything I say. So everything I wrote. So you don't have to read it, and it's like the coolest freaking app ever, but I gotta try to figure out how to do that. And I just now was like thinking on that. I think I have an idea. I'll try it later after the stream.
This is for 6th, 7th, and 8th spot. Lyndon Amick riding in 7th. A good run. His return to the Busch Grand National Wars. And he's got a lot of local sponsorship. The Myrtle Beach Chamber of Commerce on board on that car. Skana, the power company down here. And a well-known crew chief taking that team over. And they are doing a super job, aren't they, Mike Coughlin?
Yeah. Lyndon Amick has been down here testing. He has really pointed towards this race. They had heartbreak at the beginning of the season. They did not make the race at Daytona. But now with sponsorship from South Carolina, and you can see South Carolina stenciled on the crew uniforms. Lyndon Amick says this is his home track. This is where his Busch season starts here tonight. From here on out, it's the rest of the full season that they'll run in that 35 car. Buddy Barnes says they've got a great race team. They are ready to go, and they think they've got a great shot to win here tonight.
Well, he's riding 6th right now. Lyndon Amick making plenty of horsepower and good progress down the backstretch. What do you think, Larry Cruz?
Yes, he really is. I'm proud of him. He's had some not so good runs this year, but
I'm gonna take a little bathroom break, jump off, and stretch.
Heck, I'm pulling for him. I'm from South Carolina.
But I'll still be in the chat.
Lyndon Amick started the season with Gary Dehart as his crew chief and won the
I'll be
Winston
back
Championship
shortly.
just a couple of years ago for Terry Labonte. Gary didn't stay very long with that team, and now Buddy Red Dog Barnes is the crew chief, and he started the year in the Winston Cup Series with Team Sabco, a veteran Winston Cup crew chief. And if there's a guy that can get that team pointed in the right direction, Buddy Barnes is certainly the guy. So Lyndon Amick up to 6th and doing a great job here tonight. NASCAR timing and scoring at the top of your screen, presented by MCI tonight as you keep track of what's going on here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. 132 laps remaining, almost to halfway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. now working on the 37. That is a battle for 9th. The 3 and the 37 sliding back a little bit in the field here as the first half of the race comes to a close. There's Dale Jr. to the inside of Mark Green. That is for 9th spot. So give Dale Jr. 9th position. Mark Green is a guy who doesn't get talked about a whole lot, but he has quietly become a real force in the NASCAR Busch Gray National Awards.
He really has. Mark is, he's got some good cars, and he's had some good runs also. He got Kenneth Campbell down there as a crew chief, Timberwolf as a sponsor, and you know, it takes money. I mean, you've got a lot of talented race drivers out there. They just don't have the money behind them to show what exactly they can do. And once Mark got with a good team, you know, and got some money behind him, he's showing his stuff.
The guy who's really shown plenty of stuff this year is Dale Earnhardt Jr. 3 victories so far this season, including last week at Milwaukee. 3rd in the points, but look at that. The gap has tightened up even more. Kenseth maintains the lead, but as they run right now, Dale Jr. just 27 points out of the series lead. He's coming up on the 78 car. Jim Bound at the wheel of that machine tonight. Bound back in 30th spot. Dale Jr. is 9th. Obviously, Bound is not on the lead lap. Dale Jr. wants to put him another lap in arrears.
Jim's car wiggled just a little bit off the corner there.
He doesn't have it right, obviously. If that car was where he wanted it to be, no doubt that Dale Jr. would be up contending for the lead. Randy Pemberton, what are they saying down there in the AC Delco pits?
Well, the bottom line, the car is loose. He's having difficulty just getting off the corner. But I did talk to him earlier today, and he was telling me that for some reason they don't seem to be able to get this car to work. It is a low snout car. It's not the same car that he killed everybody with at Milwaukee last week. They've run it 3 different times. He did have a good finish at Hickory with it, but for some reason you could just sense it talking to him. He just doesn't quite have the feel or have this car figured out. So they've been struggling here the last since that pit stop.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. running 9th. They'll be wanting to make some changes, no doubt, when we get to the 160 lap mark. But we're halfway. The cross flags being shown off the flag stand here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Halfway, 125 to go here tonight. Randy LaJoie continues to be your leader in the 74, and we've had a change for second spot. Tim Fita was so strong early on, gave up the lead to his teammate at the lap 81 restart. LaJoie with a good advantage now, but let's page back a little bit and show you Jason Keller in the 57 machine has moved to second now. So Keller with a very good ride going on tonight. He goes by Shane Hall, the Big A Auto Parts Chevrolet. We jump inside of Hall's machine. Take a look at Shane working the wheel as they unwind onto the backstretch. You talked about how strong Keller is. He looks like he's got a car that may be a force here before we're done tonight.
I'm telling you, Jason looks very, very well, and Randy's caught up in traffic right now, so that's going to give Jason a chance to close in even more. Should be interesting if he catches it.
The 57 moving up on Scott Legacy, who's driving tonight, the Kingsford Charcoal Chevrolet for Robert Presley. Keller is second. Fedua is back in 3rd. David Green quietly has paddled his way up to 4th. Shane Hall with problems. He's on the pit road, grabbing 3rd gear, and now you don't want to do this unless you have a problem, and absolutely have to, as we've talked about tonight. 2 mandatory 5-lap yellows will give you all the opportunity you need to change tires and add fuel. If you have to stop at another point, you've got serious difficulty. It looks like they're going for tires.
Yeah, he must have a tire going down or something, because it's very unusual for Shane to come in the pits like this.
And we understood that if you had to change tires outside of the 5-lap caution period, unless they were damaged, you could be penalized a lap per tire. So undoubtedly, Hall knows he's got a tire, had a tire problem, and needed to stop. And I'm sure they'll be showing those tires to the NASCAR officials on pit road. There's your race leader, Randy LaJoie, and the Fina Chevrolet. LaJoie winless so far in 1998, amazingly. 5 victories last year on his way to his 2nd consecutive NASCAR Busch Series title. That car and team has won 3 championships in a row. Johnny Benson, the title holder in that car back in 1995. Randy thinks he can get back in the hunt here in the second half of the season. Got his work cut out for him. A win tonight would certainly start him on the road to getting into contention.
Well, that's what you need. You need some momentum. And, you know, a win here tonight, or even a good finish. I mean, he's had good finishes this year. But tonight, he's running up front. He's running strong. Get a little momentum going. That will carry you the rest of the year. And I think he can do it. I mean, he's not out there. You know, of course, Kenseth has to have a little bad luck, McLaughlin, but if I know Randy LaJoie, he's not a quitter. He won't quit.
He has got one of the greatest attitudes. He is like a bulldog in that race car, and he is showing them the way so far tonight at Myrtle Beach Speedway. We're live on TNN Motorsports. Our coverage tonight of the NASCAR Busch Series Myrtle Beach 250 is being brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. At Napa, we keep America running. Just as we were going to break, the driver running second, Jason Keller in his 57 car, the Chevrolet. Big troubles down the main straightaway. Randy Pemberton.
Well, it sounded sick when he came on pit road. He now sits here with the
That
engine
sucks
turned
for
on.
them.
Believe it
They
or
were
not,
running
they're saying
really
that it is
well.
a oil cooler that has a crack in it.
Kind of looks like you got to really crank these motors here with a lot of gear.
Because they do have it disconnected.
Judging by how many people like spin tires on
they're saying
restarts
it's a
and
cracked
all.
oil cooler. It does not sound flat like I originally thought. I thought he broke the motor, but they're going to go ahead and try and bypass it. Back upstairs.
Wow, that thing let go, Larry Pearson. Look at the oil under the hood there. And he came down the main straightaway just as we were going to commercial, and a huge plume of smoke came out the back end of the 57.
Yeah, I thought it was over for him, to be honest with you. And he was running so well. I mean, that's typical of the way his
Blew an
run was
oil
going this
on.
year. But he had a good run going, and maybe he can build from this on the next week, and hopefully it'll carry over for him. But you know, if they get it fixed, he's definitely out of contention as far as the win goes. But he can get back in there and get some points. I think he's up there in points.
He is in contention. He's had a good
Starting
season.
to guess that
Let's take a look at the
Fedewa,
driver who was running third, back to second now. Your pole sitter tonight, Tim Fedewa, the other base Motorsports Chevrolet, and the Kleenex 33.
he might have
Fedewa
a low
at the
gear
last
problem.
restart after the lap 80 competition yellow appeared to move over, give Randy LaJoie an opportunity to go by perhaps and lead a few laps, pick up the bonus points for that. Fedewa back to second now. We thought that he would get right back up there and race his teammate for the lead, and I don't know, maybe he's just biding his time.
Well, I think so. You know, hopefully he's saving his tires. You know, I hate to think that with a car that good, he's developing a problem, which I don't think he is. He's probably just laying back a little bit, and I don't know if I'd let LaJoie get that far out.
You never know what can happen. He rubbed on one of the cars we watched as he was moving by some of the lap traffic earlier. Hey, we told you this was a huge
I'm in the
Motorsports
chat, guys.
month
I'm
here on
making
TNN.
coffee.
Biggest day tomorrow. NASCAR's Winston Cup Series live on TNN Motorsports. 1 o'clock Eastern time, the Jiffy Lube 300 live from New Hampshire International Speedway. Our coverage starts at 12:30 Eastern with our preview show. Race coverage at 1 o'clock Eastern. Right after TNN Race Day tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern time. I'll be back in our Charlotte studios tomorrow for Race Day. Our coverage from New Hampshire at 12:30 and the race broadcast at 1 o'clock Eastern. Eli Gold and the boys will be on hand tomorrow from New Hampshire International Speedway. Join us for the Jiffy Lube 300 at 1 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow afternoon.
How about that Ricky Craven sitting on a pole like that?
Unbelievable. Like it a lot.
That was great. That was good for him.
He and Jeff Gordon, the 200 teammates, will lead him to green tomorrow at New Hampshire. Craven at his home racetrack, really.
Absolutely, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I drove for him at Talladega. Again, I do appreciate that, but a super guy, and I was glad to see him come back, you know, after the layoff and sit on the pole. Hopefully he'll have a good run tomorrow.
I bet you he will. We've talked to him several times along the way as he has sat out and recovered from the post-concussion syndrome that knocked him out of the race car after Darlington early this year, at Darlington, we should say, back in the spring. And he told me a couple of different times he wasn't sure if he'd be able to race again, and that's the funny thing about head injuries like that.
Well, I'm sure it was on his mind, but he was seeing some good doctors up there and doing some exercises and things like that. I don't know exactly what it consists of. Maybe I need to have my head
Coffee
checked.
time.
But he's come back, and he ran a Busch race at Watkins Glen, and he did very well there. Had no problems whatsoever, and he goes to Loudon and sits on the pole. So obviously he's back.
It is great to see it. We wish Ricky Craven well tomorrow. Hope he has a good run in the Jiffy Lube 300 at New Hampshire International tomorrow. Again, 1 o'clock Eastern for our live coverage here on TNN Motorsports. We'll be back with TNN Race Day at noon Eastern time tomorrow. Pre-race coverage from Loudon starts at 12:30. We're still under caution. 141 laps complete, 109 to go next time around. Safety car is out at the head of the field with Randy LaJoie, your restart leader. Fedewa will go second. David Green will line up third on the restart. Won this race 2 years ago at Buzz McCall's Caterpillar Chevrolet. He's now in the Team 34 car, the Stanley Pontiac. And we've talked about David Green. We think that he is definitely a guy who will be someone to deal with before we put the checkered flag to this one tonight. Got a lot of racing coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We've talked about it a couple of times tonight on TNN Motorsports. Next Saturday night at 9 Eastern, if you're like me, you love winged outlaw sprint cars, and there's no finer place to take those cars onto the racetrack than at Eldora Speedway in Ohio. Next week, the Kings Royal, $50,000 to win. One of the great shows of the summer, the Kings Royal live at 9 o'clock Eastern next Saturday night on TNN Motorsports. Ralph Shaheen and the boys will have the call for us from Eldora. Still under caution. Looks like we'll be ready to go green here very shortly, though. Lights are still on the safety car. Larry Pearson coming up on about 100 to go. There's another competition caution about 25 laps away. If you're up in contention of the top 5, what are you thinking at this point?
Well, if I'm running 5th, I need to make a small adjustment to get up front there. If I'm Randy LaJoy, again, you don't want to see that. I mean, you know, if you can stretch it away a little bit.
Michelob Ultra Zero. Zero alcohol, ultra smooth taste, just 29 calories.
Hey, let's get out there.
Stay in the game with Michelob Ultra.
If you start to pull away, you get to thinking, well, I got them beat. I don't want to see any cautions. I want it to continue. But, you know, 160, they got to come in and make another pit stop, and Randy has to hope that no one behind him makes an adjustment and gets a little bit better than he does. But it should be exciting.
That last 90-lap segment, I think, will be really tough on these teams, because I would think you have to take care of your tires in your car for a good bit there.
That's what I'm thinking. But, you know, I would have missed the setup tonight. I thought the track was going to get tighter, and obviously it's getting looser and looser. And so I would have been out to lunch on that. But it's one of those deals, I guess.
I'm going to show you the upcoming schedule for the NASCAR Busch Series. 12 races in the next many weeks as we work through the fall.
We took a little step back. They will win South Boston in the 33. We did Indy. We did IRP. We did not do Michigan, but let's see. I might do Darlington. I did Michigan.
That will be at Dover Saturday, September 19th for the NBA.
Concord. That's interesting.
That's Charlotte Motor Speedway, the All-Pro 300. Carquest Auto Parts 250. That's at Gateway. Rockingham, October 31st for the AC Delco 200. You'll see that one here on TNN Motorsports. The season wraps up.
I did Dover. I did Richmond, I believe, a couple weeks ago.
Spun off in the NASCAR.
Not quite in order, but just
145 laps will be complete this time by. The safety car is in. Randy LaJoy will lead him to the stripe with 105 to go. There's Fidoa right behind him.
God, Birdie and Dad. 1-2.
The 00 Buckshot Jones gets
Epic.
up in there as well. So we've got a lot of action at the front of the pack.
Yeah, I think Buckshot got a lap down. He's up there trying to get his lap back, I believe.
Indeed he is. Shane Hall working his way down low. We jump on board with Phil Parsons in the Duraloop Chevrolet. Top 3 cars are LaJoy, Fidoa, and Green, with Elliott Sadler in 4th. And look at Fidoa fill in the mirrors of the 74 car.
He's back. I think he's saying that, Randy, you've led enough. Now it's my turn.
Buckshot Jones 3rd in the running order there. He is 15th, 1 lap down. We have 14 cars on the lead lap at this point. And we're 13 laps away from our second yellow flag period of the night at lap 160.
Oh my. I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, we got Randy, we got Tim, and where did Buckshot come from?
The further LaJoy and Fido will get out there. But he seems to be staying with them pretty good now.
But they have pulled away. Those 3 cars have started to pull away from David Green in the 36. Green may have turned in the ride of the night here. He started 16th. And he is
Fido was loose coming off. You can see it. Watch.
Being patient. It'll pay off.
He's trying to take a higher entry. Track changed big time.
The change made a couple of weeks ago, right before Watkins Glen. David went up and ran for it. Let's go downstairs. Mike Hockwood.
Well, he's been just talking with Kevin Caldwell, his crew chief, about what to do on this pit stop coming up.
Hits the line.
And they've come up with a great plan. Absolutely nothing. David Green says he loves the way this car is running right now. He's flying. He told his guys don't touch it.
So David Green rides
really
the Stanley Pontiac. He is about a second and a half behind the 2 leaders, the Base Motorsports twins of Randy LaJoy and Tim Fidoa. Back with more at Myrtle Beach in a moment.
Boy, it looks like
we are under
oh Jesus, curse of the caution. What the?
We'll show it to you in a moment.
I bet Buckshot got into him.
Straight away. Everybody is away, Larry Pearson. Amazingly, that's Casey Atwood, the young 17-year-old.
Just my guess. No, maybe not. I'm wrong.
Well, it looks like
run him in the wall.
Got into Jason Jarrett a little bit and up next to the wall there, and Jason had to get out of it, and the cars behind him just piled in.
Kevin Grubb there in the 52. That's Scott Legacy in the 59. We'll take a look from Phil Parsons onboard camera here coming off 4. There's the skirmish.
Yeah. It's a good thing they didn't come back up the racetrack.
Really?
been a big mess.
Casey Atwood suffered the most severe damage to the Bruco Motorsports Chevrolet, the 27 car. As we mentioned at the top of the
That's a
broadcast,
bummer because he was running really well. We lost him in an accident too, sadly. We lost so many trying to make this sport right. It infuriates me. Infuriates me that NASCAR like threw all of our notes away. Never mind.
Amazingly, everybody seems to be okay except for Atwood, and there is moisture down on the track here on the main stretch.
Yeah, everybody seemed to have pulled away from it. Things happen so quick in a race car. I mean, the people at home, they don't realize how quick things do happen. I mean, that case right there, Elton Sawyer got into Jason Jarrett a little bit, moved Jason up the racetrack. Jason had to get out of the gas just a little bit to keep from hitting the wall. And the people behind him just closed in so quick. So the first one, which I think was Grubb, had to get out of the gas, and the other cars just piled into him. I mean, it happens in a split second, and it's very, very hard to miss something like that.
And you can't think your way through that as a driver. It's got to be instinct.
Absolutely. It's got to be instinct, experience. You know, that thing right there, they had to guess. They were hoping that the cars wouldn't slide back up the racetrack. Sometimes it's luck, but most of the time it's just instinct.
We're lapping this racetrack at about 93 miles an hour in race conditions. On the main straightaway, what are you running here? 110, 120 miles an hour, probably?
Oh, you're running faster than that, I think. Probably, yeah, 120, 130, something like that.
It happens quickly at that speed, no doubt about it. Here's Randy LaJoie leading the field onto pit road. We've reached the 160 lap mark, so we will go with a 5-lap competition caution now at lap 160. Remember, if you were with us earlier, scoring stops, everyone holds their position. You have 5 laps to make changes. Randy Pemberton.
Well, the leader is in. It should be a nice leisurely pit stop for Randy LaJoie. As you would imagine, they're not going to make many chassis adjustments here. Since this is a run to the finish now with 90 to go, they're going to go ahead and raise the track bar. That's the adjustment they're making. They're coming up on the track bar on the right side. Go ahead and change 4 tires. As far as his teammate, Tim Fedua, not a whole lot they're going to do as well. They like their chassis setup. He was just riding along back there prior to Jason Keller blowing up when he was running 3rd. Moved up to 2nd, just cruising a little bit loose. They're going to go ahead and work on that radio problem. There you see the guy in the car working on the 33 radio problem, not on Mike Hogwood.
Elliott Sadler down on pit road, he had a frustrating segment. Said he used up his tires racing a lapped car. He's still tight in the middle and loose off in the turn, so they have made some major chassis adjustments once again. Elliott Sadler just not right and not happy at all with the way his car is handling. Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt Jr., we talked earlier about how loose he was. Well, they over-adjusted a little bit, and as the racetrack has changed, Dale Earnhardt says the car is now a little bit too tight. So they're going to try to loosen him up a bit in the turns. Mike McLaughlin in Team 34 in the 34 car, well, they are making one minor adjustment to loosen that car up just a little bit.
That was such a good segment.
In the turns.
Mike McLaughlin takes the Gould's Pump Chevrolet back up onto the racetrack. He'll restart in 5th spot. Hasn't really been up toward the front much yet tonight, but that could change here in the final 90 laps at Myrtle Beach Speedway on TNN Motorsports. Race day on the air tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. 30 minutes of coverage right before our live broadcast from New Hampshire International Speedway, the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, the Jiffy Lube 300. Pre-race coverage at 12:30. The race itself at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And I'll be back in our Charlotte studios for race day tomorrow at noon Eastern Time. On board with Phil Parsons. He has had a difficult night so far.
Got my coffee. I'm back.
Parsons, great driver,
Man, that was a good segment there with them in the pits, wasn't it?
Team, and they're back in 24th spot.
When I see that and I see Dad there working and he was like communicating with the gas man and the guy that, you know, just watching that all, it just makes me proud.
Try to guess what your car's going to do at nighttime, and Bill just hadn't hit it tonight, but he'll be back. He's had some good runs.
1 to go. They'll get the green next time. Buy sticker tires on most of the field here. Ready to go racing for the final 90 laps. And as we've talked about, Larry Pearson, you've really got to, I think, manage your race car and your tires here in the early stages of this final run.
As I told y'all, I had been offline for a couple days, but I was like hitting the writing. You know what I'm saying? Told you I have this writing app. I use Substack because it's just like the perfect app for writing. And it has a little bit of sports section, but it's not like really big as far as, okay, It's making me sign in and shit, and I don't want to do all that authorization crap, but I will go into my Facebook because I posted it on there.
Looked like he wanted to try to get the lead there.
Let's see. We're in P2 now. I know we do not finish P2, so something happens that he finishes a few spots back, but I don't know what. God. Sign in. Who else gets locked out of more apps because it's your own than, like, for all this security bullshit, like we're supposed to be safe. This is making us safe. Meanwhile, every time, save this login, of course, you fuckers. God almighty. This is all just like mind control. Keep you safe. We're gonna keep you safe.
Even though they are teammates, when they get on that race,
just don't get me started.
They're both hard-headed and
I'm
want to win very badly, but
I'm an art historian. Now, let me tell you about art. When you grow up, like in the old days, the art was how you knew what was going on, because most people couldn't read, write. It was a lot of illiterate societies, hundreds of years ago, I'm talking. Okay? So art tells the story. So I know a lot about history of the world because of the art. That was my study was... Oh, still gonna blow oil all over again. Damn.
Yeah. The reason the smoke there, they just didn't clean all the oil up and it's falling.
Oh, okay, maybe it's just heating on the pipes.
That there looks pretty bad.
Head of pipes, but no, that's worse. That's worse. I'm sorry, that's not head of pipes right there. Okay, that's a oopsie. That's way too much.
You're keeping track of the running order at home. There it is for you at the top of the screen. Jason's got a couple of fifth-place finishes to his credit this season. He's going to duck back onto the pit road heading into turn 3. So Keller's experiment with trying to bring the 57 back onto the racetrack apparently will not last very long. 2 leaders are LaJoie and Fedor. Let's get more from pit road. Randy Pemberton.
Well, on the Jason Keller story, they're behind the wall for quite some time. Jason got out of the car, back in the car. Crew worked on the car. They believe they're going to give up the ghost this time. I think he's going to take.
It's.
I believe Jason may very well be done for the night. And as you see it,
I'm going to tell you, the first time it let all the oil out. All right, first thing I'm going to say, don't stand in the pit entrance. I don't give a damn if you're like so excited and you can see real good because that spot's open. It's open for a reason. Because they come in at like 40 miles an hour and you're... If I could make a funny clip of every single time a car pulled into pit road from a live track and see how many people in their little freaking spiky heels running out of the way... God, don't stand in entrance to pit road from the track. I mean, you're just asking to be wiped out. I mean, you got to be safe. This is fun. It's like Yahoo! I'm at a track, but for cripe's sakes, use your head. It's dangerous in the pit area. It's not a joke. You know, back in the day, they had really strict rules for us. We had to wear long pants, no shorts, no sleeveless, not at all. We had to have all crop tops. We wore the campus shirts. I'm telling you, like, the chance of fire and everything, you wear full clothes. Nowadays, they don't give, see the crop top? We all had to have crops on the sleeves. So we bought a lot of those half-crop sleeves. We weren't allowed open-toed shoes, no sandals. It was for our protection. But seriously, getting the opportunity to watch a race from the pit area is like absolutely incredibly fun. To me, it's like the best thing in the world. I love being in the pits. Absolutely love it. But you gotta have eyes all around your head. And us crew members know that. But when you're visiting guests, just be aware of that you gotta have eyes in the back of your head. I mean, you got people working on hot things, explosive tires. There's so many things that can injure you in the pit area. in the bleachers too, but you got those fences. See, we don't got no fences there, guys. You know, that's we know that. We just know to be careful. We know to be alert. But I seen that, the person running out of the way. Come on, man. But anyway, back to that engine expiring on that 57. It dumped all the oil out, okay? And that's, no matter how quick you shut it down, you're still going to get a little bit of, damage from losing that much oil. And eventually it will probably expire, and that's probably what happened. I mean, it could be something as simple as a head gasket or dropped a valve, but to put out that much smoke, it's more than just an oil line drip at that point. But yeah, real quick, I will bring you under these driving things. This is my Facebook page. It's me and my cat. And right here, this will lead me to Substack. That's why I click on this. Now, Substack's going to kill my internet signal. But this is where I put my writing. And the name of the book I'm writing right now, the working title is No Compromises.
It hit me hard.
Hold on a minute. I caught
being a girl dad.
I caught an ad. But that's NASCAR. They'll even put ads on Xfinity races now. Never used to. But anyway, the working title is Vic Kangas, No Compromises. Because he had to do it his way. If it couldn't be done his way, truth be told, he walked. You know, his theories only worked with his theories, and they weren't the same. So anyway, right here is the transcript to that radio show. Just like I said, 1 minute until your show will go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, I translated the whole thing because I want this to be part of the book. It has so much interesting stuff about how Dad set up a car, and it's a chapter in itself in the book. And it shows the pictures and everything. And this is a really long post. And I'm going to drop it down here. And at the bottom of the post, I got the original link to the racing radio show. So that is my latest part of the book. But if you go to my home page, where is Miss T here? Click on this. Is that going to just show me? Yeah, it just shows me. No, don't want to just show me. Okay, there it is. That's my main homepage, guys. I haven't signed in, that's why it's like that. His dad, Earnhardt and Yates, he was in with all, those were his peers. And Dad was never one for the limelight. He wasn't no flashy person. He was always in victory lane taking tire temperatures and taking, tire readings and everything for his notes. And he's got a hell of a notebook, I'm going to tell you what. But anyway, this is all about that. These are all different stories that I've wrote, all different chapters. If you go down to the bottom, it's the first chapter. It's the intro. Of course, I put my mods, modified, top 40. And humble beginnings, how he started racing, chassis innovation, how he learned to race, racing in Florida, a little excerpt, the Cement Palace, we won 4 championships at Seekonk. The driver's list that I compiled, I gotta go beyond 2000. I've only got it from 2000 back right now, but there's much more. He helped on the side from IMSA in the mid 2000s and dirt as well. No Compromise modifieds and super speedways. Now, when I wrote this, it's very short, but if you add the transcript, it will tell all about what went on here. So that's where I've ended. I have, I'm not logged in, so anyway, you can subscribe. It tells you all about, subscribe for I'm not monetized, so just subscribe, go all the way to the end and get the free version. That's how Substack works. It's like you can subscribe, but I'm not set up. So don't send me no money there. Not until the book's done. Yeah. So anyway, that's a little side note. I've been writing the last 3 days. That's why I haven't been online. Fixing to write after I get offline some more. And this weekend I will be MIA. I have a grandbaby. If I post anything, it will be on my North Carolina Fun playlist on my YouTube. This will be uploaded to YouTube when I'm done as well. Just after I publish it, I upload them to YouTube under private. Take care of all the stupid copyright bullshit that NASCAR puts on there. I'm not monetized on YouTube either. So I don't even know why they bug me about ads, but they do. And yeah. I mean, almost every one of my videos that I do like this are copyrighted on YouTube. It says it's not a copyright strike. It doesn't affect my page. It just says I can't make money off it, which I don't care. All I want is to preserve the history from my point of view, what I saw, what I've experienced, and what Dad experienced through his words. Now, for example, I've not been to this track, but obviously Dad's there because I watched him twice on the video. And also, he worked with Fedewa after Hickory. They went to Hickory. He wasn't with them, but then they went to Talladega, somewhere else, and then they won. Talladega, somewhere else, and then the third race, Dad was with Fedewa. They won, okay? And they were 15th in points, and they're going to finish 8th or something with Dad. And Dad will stay with Fedewa next year, but they're going to move to a different car. They're going to move to that yellow number 36. Clyde McLeod, very famous crew chief, also there. My dad there. Another situation where I think Dad stayed half the season because there's a whole lot of chiefs and not enough Indians in a lot of this racing stuff. 98 got stupid, okay? And after that, NASCAR got stupider. Just my opinion. And they still ain't got it right yet, but this is where they started doing the overbooking the races with golf, overbooking rodeos and golf and racing, and having to switch ESP1, ESPN2, you know, the whole 9 yards, and playing to TV instead of the races, which we needed fans, gotcha. But how many fans got pissed when you switched to golf and said, hey, you need to go over to ESPN2? How many people didn't have it? You know, that's what I'm saying. Is like NASCAR cut off their own nose to spite their own face. And they still continue to do it. The old model that worked was 95, 96, 97, or 90 to 97. Right in there, 91 to 97 maybe. That's when NASCAR worked. That's the model that worked. That's what they need to go back to. Minus the Lucky Dog, great idea. Stage points, great idea. Stage breaks, bad idea. Stupid point system you got right now, totally bad idea. It does not reward who is the best. It rewards who pays the most on those last 4 races. And I hate to say it, but if I was a race car owner, I wouldn't put crap into my car until those last 8 weeks or whatever of playoffs. That's how it goes. You win a race, you're in. So, I'll sandbag the whole first half of the year and the last 8 races, put all your money in there. That's what NASCAR's done. But they take every sponsor you bring in anyway and take it for themselves. There's towers, there's Sunoco Tower, there's Toyota Tower, there's whatever the health, what was it? The health sign with the leaf. You know, they take all the big sponsors any of us brought in. But it started with Smokey Yunick. He brought in Pure Oil. Okay? Pure Oil. It's on everything in their first Daytona races. Who brought that in? Smokey Yunick. There were like several guys that mortgaged their goddamn property to build Daytona for France. Guess what France did? He declared bankruptcy and screwed them all. Okay, this is not a new thing. So, it's their sandbox. We got to play. That's my rant.
80, 90, 100 laps, and somebody all of a sudden closes up on you
but it comes from watching it happen with my own eyes in real time.
You know, it's not going to be easy. I think David.
And I love motorsports more than anything.
How hard Randy was running his car. We know that David was probably
Short track races more than anything. The backyard
I think Randy might
mechanics that put everything into that car all winter to show up at Daytona and have a hope of making the show, have a hope of driving the Daytona 500. That's the passion that we still have. And we worked freaking hard to get y'all here. We sacrificed family time. We sacrificed dads that mow lawns. We sacrificed kids' graduations. I myself loved it. I didn't care. I took my homework on the road. We did our homework in our little truck camper as Dad raced. You know, we all paid dues, guys. We paid the dues. And then to throw out the yearbook, the whole book, and do what the hell they're doing with this next gen bullshit. Just my own opinion. And everyone's got one. I got a belly button, so do you. And I got an opinion. But anyway, why did So anyway, that's my rant. I just get heartbroken when I see. It's not that it's so much anger, it's heartbroken. What they did to the old Wood Brothers experience and the Petty experience, and just took all that knowledge, all that safety, innovation, threw it in the goddamn crapper. And it don't make me happy, you know, but NASCAR's burning their own feet from the ground up. It's sad for when I see people capitulating to NASCAR. And there's some big ones that just say, okay, this and we'll take it up the butt again. Yeah, it's just, we worked so hard to get you here. And asked nothing for it, to be honest. You know, the old guys that did this, it wasn't big money then.
Absolutely, that's what it takes.
Oh, shit. Purvis. Yeah, it is a little loose. He did all right. I think he just ticked the rear.
Yeah, it looks like the rear end's been pushed over.
Yeah, he hit the rear end. I thought he hit just the tailpipe, but not the tailpipe, but the bumper. Yeah, he knocked the rear end in the wrong direction.
Yeah, he just got in the corner too high there. He's hit the wall again, I think.
Oh, boy. Oh, he was all nervous because the leaders were coming. There's feet over there. But, I mean, I just kind of take this NASCAR crap personally because our family was one of those little nobody families that sacrificed everything for this. You know? Not in a way that its sacrifice was bad. I loved it. I absolutely loved being on the road and seeing the race cars. And the first time I saw Richard Petty at Martinsville when I was 12 years old, I thought I saw God. I mean, I get chills. I just got chills saying that. Because I remember seeing him through the fence and just bigger than life, man. Bigger than life. These guys. Phew.
Something came off the car too. It looked like a little sheet metal flew off the right rear corner.
Let me know in the comments on YouTube if you are against my rants, you know, but, you know, and I'll tone it down. But it doesn't change how I feel. I just don't want it all to be like too negative, but seriously, I have such a passion for this sport. I understand the cars, I understand the geometry, I understand the setups, I understand the tires, I understand it all. Because I lived it. Dad taught me this stuff. I had my own late model in the 80s. My ex-husband drove. I set it up. I mean, I know. I worked on the car. I've changed gears. I've installed piston rings, cleaned all the cylinder walls. I mean, I'm not talking out my butt. I have a little experience here. But if it's too much for me to rant, let me know in the comments to tone it down.
to go. This time
5 to go.
5 to go.
For Randy, please. Oh, God, everybody's. Purvis is just, he's like, fuck it, I'm going to finish the race. I don't care. He just out there smoking that tire right off the rim.
Opens up a car length on David Green. Unbelievable, Larry Pearson.
Jeez.
LaJoy's car, I think it was tied.
Now, Fita will drive that 36 in 99, and Dad'll be there, like I said. That's the car.
LaJoy can hold him off, but I think David Green might come back for one more shot.
Come on, Randy, you got to win for Birdie. Come on, man.
David Green just came over the radio, said he drove it into turn 1 and he got into some oil. He says there's oil out there.
You think?
Is what he was saying. Maybe not. Maybe Randy LaJoy missed it, but
Purvis's tire doing all that stuff was probably ripping a few oil lines and stuff. Or stuff that has liquid.
Randy LaJoy has not won since late last season. The two-time Busch Series champion has dominated the show here tonight. David Green came from 16th to grab the lead right before that caution flag.
Come on, Randy. Do it for Birdie.
Gotten by David. 2 to go. The white flag will wave next time by. Larry Pearson, if you're leading this one, what do you want to do?
Well,
You want to fucking not spin out.
He's getting into the corners, but Randy's beating him coming off. That lets me know that Randy's backing off and getting on the gas a little bit quicker and beating David off the corners.
Yeah, he's backing up his entry. See, he catches him, then he can get on it quicker. See? See?
They move by the Casey Atwood machine down the back straightaway. Final time. Will Randy LaJoy end a season-long losing streak? Will David Green win for the first time in a long time? Out of 4 to the stripe. LaJoy will win by half a car length.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah for Birdie.
Two drivers who needed
Toucan, Birdie, Dews. Let's go. I don't know. Dews might not be there anymore.
Randy Pemberton.
Steve Bird standing down here. Birdie, it's been 26 races. Congratulations for you guys.
Well, I'll tell you what, this I can't say enough about base motorsports teams. These guys never gave up. You know, we knew we could get out of this slump. We just had to work at it, and everybody here worked hard, and we did. And Randy did a great job, and the guys, the 33 guys, all of them did good. And I know they're at Henry J's drinking some B-52s now, and we'll see you all later, guys.
Did Randy say anything over the radio?
He said he had a couple laps to try to get him. That was it.
There's Dad in the background, too, congratulating the team. There's Dad giving his friend a hug.
And that has got to take a huge load off of his shoulders. The two-time Busch Series champion, frustrated at being unable to find victory lane so far in 1998, but he's there now. Mike Hogwood.
Tough week for the racing family, losing that guy.
On his face. Already champagne is flowing here at Victory Lane. Let Randy get unplugged just a moment, getting some congratulations from his crew. As Randy Pemberton said a moment ago, it has been a while since these guys have been here to Victory Lane.
Hell yeah.
Defending Busch Series champion. And oh, this has to be some kind of relief. Randy, we'll let you climb on out of here. Here he comes, Randy LaJoy, winner here in Myrtle Beach tonight.
The boys.
Hey, Randy, it has been a while, hasn't it? Too long, I'm sure you'd say.
Way too long. Thank Fina. Let's see, who do we got to thank besides Chevrolet, Fina, Piggly Wiggly, Bob Evans Restaurants, Tempest Resorts. I mean, these guys, we've had a rough year, but we're not dead yet. You know, these guys in the points did finish right behind us. We just got to win some more races, and we started right here, man.
Man, I didn't expect tears be coming down my face on this one.
I had checked out just a little bit, then the caution came. I knew you weren't handling that well, and you wanted to see that yellow there at the end.
Yeah, I did. David run good. I tell you, it was like old times. 96, I run David real hard for the championship, and last year, Todd Bodine in that 36 car. Those guys got together, and they've been good. You know, David told me he went to that driving school the last couple of weeks, so he'd learn how to drive again. So he was tough, but maybe base motorsports, we're back to tough. Timmy had a good run, and man, we needed this.
Talk about those last 10 laps. You're under caution. Did you feel you had some muscle left to get back around?
Well, I got to thank my trainer, Mark. I mean, I got plenty of muscle left. I'm ready to go, but I don't know how good David was. And I tightened down my Simpson belts and grabbed 2 hands with steering wheel. And so we got anything. We need to win us a race, and we went out and won us a race.
When you did get by him, did you feel you had what it would take to hold him off? Because you knew he was going to make another charge there.
When I seen him, I could pull away from him a little bit coming off the corner. I said, all I got to do is stay straight, and I'll be okay.
Well, there had been all kinds of rumors start flying about this team and about you, about everything. What does a win like this do? It seems it would cement you and bring you all back together.
Well, it's awesome. My parents' anniversary, 7-11. That was my dad's old number, 7-11. Good number. I asked somebody what time it was. They told me it was 7-11. So it's in the numbers. Well, I'm not sure. They probably wrote us off there beginning of the year, but we're still digging. And, hey, we need some more wins. And we got one down, and we got some more to go.
That's Randy LaJoy, and he's pretty happy.
Gets the monkey off his back there, didn't he?
Well, David Green out of his car back here. A lot of people have.
David had a good run. He's a good guy too. I think he's NASCAR Tech now,
to grabbing another victory.
or at least official.
Team 34 and that Pontiac was awful good, and Stanley. Those Ron Hutter engines was good, and I just got a little too tight there on the short run. I knew Randy was better. Man, when that caution come out, it was trying to hold him off or not. But good race. What a great homecoming for David Green, and I can't wait to go to the next one. But the guys did a great job. We were out to lunch. Based on when we started, it's been 2 years since I've been here, and I got a little rusty, I guess. But car worked good all day long, no adjustments whatsoever. So what a great setup the guys gave me, and we worked together good. But great race. It's good to be disappointed with second, though. I love it.
A little contact there late in the race. You know, going to put that one in the back of your mind?
Well, no, it's good hard racing, and if I could have got to him, I'd have rubbed him a little bit too. But hey, it's a great deal for Team 34 and Stanley.
Ugh, tears like crazy for that one. That was rough.
Hope they'll get back in victory lane.
Congratulations on your recent success.
Thanks, man.
Phew.
So David Green settles for second tonight, but you know there'll be a lot more.
Okay, that's about done.
From the stand.
We'll close that. Pause that. Alrighty. Last thing I gotta check is what's going on today. Stafford runs tonight at 6 p.m. on Flow Racing. Let me see. Looking through the Facebook. I hate looking through Facebook. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's always like someone like from our bunch having problems or whatever, dying or whatever. This is a good post right here. Yep. Oopsie. All right. It was E-Collector Show with Ron Priest, having lunch with a few friends at the Big E. This is in New England. It's in Springfield. They have the Big E, which is a race thingy, but collector car show today, and then they have the Big E racing thing early, like later in this, like toward winter. But Ryan Priest, Scott, and Mike Joy. It's a nice day. That's a nice thing to see. Now, I know that, I'm not sure if the Cars Tour are next week. I think Cars is next week at Tri-County. How I can find that up would be, let me see what Huffman posted, because that's how I can usually find out. Let's see. Is something on the Westboro class reunion. This is cute. Yeah, we'll look at Landon's page. Let me back up. Wait a minute. Go to his page. He's got some good stuff. This is a guy I follow. I get to be a fan with this guy. I asked permission. Can I be a fan? Because I never knew how. I need a snack wrap now. See more. Sheets for dinner. Look at, he's got all his, oh my gosh, he's got all his wraps and his things for his new sponsor for the West, North Wilkesboro race. But anyway, love it, love it, love it. Like, share, of course. So Huffman will be sponsored by Sheets. He's doing some really cute little clips for it too. Blake McCandless did a clip for it. But anyway, let's play this one real quick. It's
these are
cute.
all in the same, that old suit. I mean, it's obviously a win. I'm gonna say, this is still a limited late model win, but I have no idea what actual win it is. So, oh my gosh, look at my sister.
I watched his dad Rob race.
Wow. This is 2012.
Robert.
Man, everybody's so young. You got anything like newer, Sammy? Make me feel old.
We'll get to the newer stuff too. We'll go through it all.
I've definitely been racing for a while, so honestly, that's the same car that I won in the other pictures, so that doesn't happen very often, especially not.
I always like his share-landed stuff the most, more than anything.
A car that I was winning in 2012, 2011 that has also won in 2023, 2024 is pretty cool.
I wonder if that's the car he still uses.
Because these are all in the same, that old suit. I mean, it's
Okay, where is his page? Go back. Let's see. Oh, RJ. Hi, RJ.
Spike asked me how fast I'd be going down the straightaways.
In a mini cup?
Yeah.
They were going pretty fast.
My light ass would probably. I said, well, Spike, they still have a minimum weight.
They were going fast enough that if they crash...
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. You ain't got nothing around.
It's going to hurt pretty bad.
Yeah.
But also, your frame and build would be perfect in a mini cup.
Yeah, and then I'd snap in two when I hit the wall.
Snap in two? Oh, poor RJ. Like a rag doll.
I feel like you'd be okay. We'd make it safe.
If you survived a Mazda 626, I think you'll be fine in a mini cup.
I didn't hit nothing harder than that.
I love that kid.
How fast I'd be
I'm so
going
glad
down
that I'm near all
In a
these
mini
people
cup?
again.
They were going pretty fast.
My light ass would probably. I
If
said,
they
well, Spike, they still have a minimum weight.
So anyway, let's
They were going
see.
fast enough that if they...
Let's see. Come see me September 27th, Martinsville Speedway Valley Store 300. And that's a good one. On sale now, tickets and pit passes, trackside seating for Tri-County Speedway, the Cars Tour. Let's see the information on that. That is 9/22. Oh, gee, that's 2 days from now. No, the pit passes are available 9/22 on the app. What day is this race, guys? Where, when? Where, when? Oh, my God. Where, when? Rocket City Trash Panda's gonna come back for 2026. Yay! I love you, Trash Pandas. The new Sheets outfit, freaky and fast and fresh. And Holy crashed P10 at South Boston. Yeah, he had a rough race, but pulled it off. Stay in the top 10. There you go. Anyway, that's my my fun time for the day. I just really want to know when this Tri-County is. See more. Flow Racing. All right, when the hell? They're not going to say. Wait a minute. I'm going to go to cars. Back up again. Back. Cars Tour. Oh, tickets for trackside. This is for the Cars Tour. So it's October 4th. So it's in a few weeks for Tri-County. Great. I will probably be in Massachusetts. But anyway, shit coming up. That's it for me today. There's Tonja at Daytona. I thought it was Talladega. It ain't Talladega. But anyway, I guess we caught an ad because I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, we are going to end it today. Well, right now. And I'll post this to YouTube shortly. With the one from the other day I haven't updated. Let's go to Greedy today. We ain't seen Greedy in a bit.
Jump in, Mark. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh, hey, Kangas. Thank you so much for the raid. Cheers. How are you today? I hope you're having a lovely, lovely Friday.
I am having a lovely Friday, and I'll peace out and go on to talk with Greedy.